Welcome to the end of season R77 review with all our coaches. Fantastic team who have worked really hard over the year. The purpose of this video, we're going to go through the season and understand how the season's gone from a coach's perspective, and then we're also going to have a conversation and discussion about what the future lies for R77. So let's start chronological order then with the under eights. So our coach is Coach Saf, and we got Coach Fees. Guys, how's the season gone for you guys? And tell us a bit of a review about it. Where did you start and how have you finished?
So my first season at R77, was given the under 8s. Honestly, grown to love him. Great bunch of kids. Had some additions, had some losses of players, but altogether it's been a fantastic season. They've come a long way. I've been given I was given an expectation by Coach Rudy for one game. I'm sure I have exceeded that. I was with Ethan first half of the season, and then moved over to Hafiz. With Hafiz, sorry. Yeah, the boys did fantastic, man. Ended the season with a draw. Worked hard all season. Trained really well. That's all much I can say.
And what's your plans for next year? What are you looking to do? I know some of the guys are going to be moving up. Some of them are quite young and they'll stay in the under 8s. What's your plans in the close season?
Personally, depending on what age group I get, obviously we're going to have that discussion with as a group of coaches. Depending on what I get, take it from there. If I do keep it will be probably under 7s, and then the 8-year-olds will be moving up to under 9s. If I do get the under 7s, fantastic, great bunch of boys that we got there. We've got that Asif, Shai, Alban, yeah, they'll be under 8s then. Okay, under 8s. Alban, those guys will be the under 8s. Love to take them on again. Yeah, and progress and hopefully try and better this season with the boys.
That's absolutely fantastic. Let's move on to the under 9s then. So Coach Mo, under 9s have had a fantastic season. There's been rants and raves on every video I've seen about their performances. How's it been for under 9s this year? And where are you going to look to take these boys next year? Because it's always hard taking a team that's good and making them great. So what are your plans?
It was always tough from the off. I got them in September. Tough for two reasons, because one was they came to me as champions, so we had to try to keep it that way. And the second reason was that they came straight from Coach Rudy. So I had to bring in a brand of football and just continue what he had already worked on so well with the under 8s. I thought our first season was absolutely outstanding. I thought before the season started, we thought we might possibly struggle. Main reason was we thought Omid would probably leave, moving to an academy by then. And we didn't really make enough additions. It was good to bring in players like Zayn and Hamas early on. They helped us massively. But other than that, we didn't really add. So it was a lot of pressure on these boys. We had to make them more versatile, so play them in different positions, which we have done. And again, so I think by November we managed to bring in our brand of football, the R77 style. And personally, I think we were the first team to actually implement it. And I thought it was brilliant. First season we were absolutely untouchable. I thought no one in that league came near us. We won the league in style against Pro Star, won that game in the final week. And then from January it was about continuing that motivation, which was a struggle. We lost a couple of players. We lost Kaif for a few circumstances. Yunus we lost for a little period, and everything seemed to dip. So it was a bit expected because they won the league 3 years in a row, and they probably thought that they have to train as hard as the others. So we struggled for the first couple of weeks. We still got the wins, but then once Omid went off to trial for Colchester, we actually got to see what the team was made of. We struggled. And you can imagine, without Omid, that team they were lost, and that was the truth. We were looking for characters to step back up, and there weren't many in that team, unfortunately. I think the turning point was probably Issa Kara. He's been captain for 1.5 years. We took the armband off him, we gave it to Adam Chowdhury, and since then, both of them have been completely different players. We've got more than one captain on that pitch now. We've got one wearing the armband, but the rest of them have stepped up. Obviously we got Omid back, and then we just managed to continue we left off. We lost the game against Millfield. I think all season we've lost one half, and that half cost us from being unbeaten. But since then, we've managed to pick it up. We've played some tough games. It's been a lot tougher again because we've lost players rather than added. So today we had 7, including bringing up Rafai from the under-8s. So again, a tough season, but we managed to finish as champions. Played some excellent football, scored some brilliant goals, and seen these players come up. We're just talking to the parents, and they agreed that they're no longer little kids. We've got young men on our hands, and they're just gonna go one way, and that'll be upwards. So good luck to whoever's got them next season, because you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna miss those lads if I don't have them. But what a team, what a group, fantastic.
Yeah, that's very good to hear. And
Emotional now.
yeah. Rudy's getting emotional, and it's also not to mention, also a world coach as well. So well done. So the under 11s now. So coaches for under 11s. Hard season for the under 11s guys. How's it gone?
It's hard to put a word to it really. It's been a struggle to say the least. It's been an interesting experience as well. A lot of the boys haven't played competitive up to this point. They were thrown straight in the Red League, so it was always going to be a difficult task. Like I said in the interview, the post-game interview, we've seen a big amount of improvement, but now we've seen a big amount of improvement, but we still can't do certain basics. So you can sort of imagine the sort of task we had before we started the season. But yeah, it's been a struggle, but it's been I've learned a lot about certain players, certain different approaches to coaching as well. So it's been an interesting experience.
And what are your plans for the close season? So there's lots of development to be done with this team. So what are the plans? What can they look forward to?
First things first, we need to find some more personnel to add to that team and increase squad depth, because there's some players that, just to be blunt, we have to pick them for the sake of making up numbers rather than to play in that certain position. And we need players who we can utilise in the long run, not just for short term. And Hassan Bouya, I thought, was a great addition, and he's already been playing for the 12s, and they seem to be stealing all our players, it seems. But I think we just have to keep working with them. We just have to keep doing exactly what we're doing until the basics are there with them. There's not much else we can do.
Okay, that's fantastic. And again, well done to you guys for some hard work as well that you put in for the season. Our under 12s. Let's talk about our under 12s. How have they been this season? There's a bit of wind going by and it's getting in people's eyes, so apologies for that. How are our under 12s been doing this season? What were your expectations? Where do you need them to be for next season?
I mean, when we first started the under 12s, it was a weird one because we had quite a few players saying we had Saif, who was an under 12s player last year, but he was the year below. So, and we had the likes of Randy, who they can't play under 10s football. So it was a case of just making an under 12s team and just hoping they get by. I remember when we started, there was not really much expectations going into it. We were from Coach Moores, because the main bulk of that team was the under 10s team from the year before. And although there was good periods there, we wasn't winning a lot of games, and we was quite behind. But we had the addition of a superstar in someone like Assad, and when you have a player like that, it helps a lot for that team.
It don't help you standing just there.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger
But going into that season is the case of us. I mean, you might have to agree. You could agree with Zolmos, is that there's a lot of Assad independence in that team. Is the main bulk of attacking was basically our plan was basically give the ball to Assad and he will either score and he will either assist. And although it worked some games, but then when teams had say a half decent team out there and say a few good defenders, in the Blue League we'd struggle because we only have Assad and maybe Randy and Saif helping out, and it's a case of we needed we needed more personnel in that team. And fortunately for the under 12s, we had a massive turnover. I mean, so massive. Essentially, we had to make the under 11s so that the players that couldn't get into the that could go into the 12s before moved over to the under the 11s. And I think our team has probably changed the most throughout compared to recent teams. Maybe the under 8s as well, from the beginning to now. But everyone else, under 9s have been the same, under 13s have been quite similar, and under 8s a few changes here and there. So we were fortunate in that sense. So then we started with the addition of Riley, massive addition, because the boy can play. That he's got a sweet left foot. Then Hussein come in, you know. Then we had Benny come back. Then we had the likes of Kevin, going in, Rayhan come in, Afif come in the period. So we were fortunate in the sense that we had quality, and then when you have quality players, it's a lot easier to work with, and it helped us improve quite a bit. And it's gone to off you right now.
Talking bad. On Saturday, yeah. Saturday we played, and Sunday we played. I don't know, Monday.
All in all, a fantastic season. Right, let's move on. Let's move on to our next team then. So the under 13s.
Yeah, no, just a quick word. Obviously, I've been with what are the 13s now. Then I got dropped down to the 8s, worked on them for a bit, and I can't lie. These bunch of boys are without a doubt my favourite lot that I've coached with. They're so much fun, and we just enjoy football. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. They come into training, they're laughing, they're smiling, and you know, we talk about teams like Liverpool, you know, having that front three, front four, just to be able to express themselves and have a nice attacking threat. That's what we planned out to do.
Why Liverpool? Why bring it on? Don't say Liverpool yet, bro.
Anyways, but yeah, we did have a plan. As soon as me and Pele sat down the first week or so. Yeah, we sat down somewhere. Sat down somewhere. We had a plan. Yeah, the plan worked. At the end of the day, we worked hard at it. Every day, it's been a hard challenge. But these boys need a challenge now. They need more. They need to be contested, and that's the only way they're going to improve. Because as I said, having double-digit scorelines, you know, it's not really tough for them, is it?
Yeah,
so yeah, there's only upwards from now for those front players, and yeah, they're only going to improve and get better.
That's fantastic. Our under 13s. Again, how's the season been for our under 13s, and some of the highlights, if you can call out as well, that'd be great.
Yeah, so I came in from the 12s in January to help Coach Mills with the 13s. Came to that job with two main challenges. The first was the glaring inconsistency. So we knew we had a bunch of really good footballers in that team: Sammy, Jeff, Cassie, but they weren't performing regularly enough. The results were up and down. So one of my main aims was to come in, steady the ship a bit, get the boys playing consistent brand of football, and just going back to basics really. So one of the big changes we made was we took Sammy out of the back four. Sammy's always been a forward, and I think that first half we were a bit defensive in terms of our thinking. The priority was to keep it solid at the back, not concede. But then that had the adverse effect of we weren't scoring enough goals really. So that was a huge change for us, moving Sammy back up top. And then we had a few new players coming into that team. So we have Race, showed up at midfield, really technical, gifted footballer, kept it simple, kept the midfield ticking. I think that was a huge change. And then another big moment was the revision to the philosophy really. Obviously a couple of months ago we sat down with Coach Rudy and took us through the basics of the 3 Bs basically. And that really helped. That made us go back to the drawing board, completely start again really. And so ever since then the boys have really kicked on. I've seen huge developments in certain players. Shout out to Onik, Hamza Chowdhury, Saif who's come in, done really well, playing that new style of football. And we're just cracking on the last few weeks really. I haven't heard the word inconsistent from Rudy for the last few months, which is always a good sign. And yeah, today was a cup game into the semi-final as well. So I think all in all, if you look back and say where we were in December, we finished second in that league. Only lost one game, albeit we did have a lot of forfeits this half, but only losing one game. It's been a good season, I think.
It's absolutely fantastic, and again, lots of hard work being done, and it's been implemented on the pitch. So, Coach Rudy, tell us about your.
Then wake up 1 second.
Rub those eyes.
Coach Pele, probably sleep.
It was a fantastic interview. So, Coach, Your assessment, first and foremost, of the season as a collective. Then, tell us your thoughts.
I set a task out last season at the award ceremony. I said every team I won a trophy. Well, I was pushing it a little bit, let's be honest. But I think if we start with the youngest age group, which is the under 8s, and we look at the core of that team, they're all under 7s, bar 2, and those 2 have already made appearances for the under 9s. So, first and foremost, our foundation is right, and that's the most important thing, is to have the foundation right. The youngsters look up to the older boys. Someone like Rafael plays under 8, and obviously he's been playing for the under 9s quite a bit as well. Looks up to the next age group in Omid. Omid looks up to Asad. Asad looks up to Sami. You know, it's a circle that we need to be an organisation, and the kids need as well. You know, we're young coaches, but we are old as well in the kids' eyes. So the kids have their own role models within themselves, and it's our job to create those role models with the older kids, and then make sure the younger kids are watching them all the time. This is one of the reasons why we make sure our training is every single team trains together, albeit they train separately, but they're in one environment, they're in one location. So there's always that scope of moving up and moving down. In terms of the season itself, I think we exceeded expectations in terms of the under 12s, having only lost 1 game for the entire 25 weeks or so that we played, only losing 1 game and drawing 1 game. You know, that's unbelievable in itself. You talk about the superstars, we can talk about them all day if we want, but I think today, I think in this review I want to be a bit more positive about the rest of the players. They bring so much to the table that sometimes go missing because they don't score 54 goals. Someone like Saif, unbelievable. If I have to pick overall a player who's just been so dominant, so strong, such a leader, Saif has to be right up there. There's many more, someone like Jeff, of course, in the 13s, but Saif he's a defender who can play midfield, who can play up front and defend at the same time.
You saw that today.
No, you can play up there as well. You know, we have a massive physical presence, and we took him down back to his original age group, but he's gone back up into the under 13s, and he's a star for them. Probably one of their better centre halves, and that's a credit to him. That's a credit to the kid first and foremost, because he's committed. And the one thing I can say about these boys, especially the core of the boys across all age groups, is they're all committed. They've come to training, they've worked hard twice a week, and then they reap the rewards on the football pitch. 2 trophies for the under 12s, 2 trophies for the under 9s, runners up for the under 13s, mid-table for the under 8s, bottom from the top from the under 11s, you know? Top from the bottom, yeah. Top from the bottom, yeah. It's something to do.
No respect for my team.
If you look at it like this, we're at the top, you know. It doesn't matter. So relative. No, it's been a great season. I'm happy, but most of all, I'm happy with these boys. They're the stars. They go out there on the training pitch. They make the plans. I'm literally just there to criticise them and kick up their ass when they need it, and enjoy the football. You know, that's what I come here for on a Sunday. I spend 5-6 hours out on the pitch, enjoying their hard work. So, first and foremost, massive credit and massive thank you to them as well, because they do this free of charge. They're all volunteers, and look at them. They're proud to wear r77. They're proud to be my coaches, and I'm proud to have them. So, boys, cry now.
We thank God always.
So in terms of the club itself, we know it's moving forward. It's a fantastic core group, an amazing coaching team. What can parents look forward to for the next season? And what changes can we expect moving forward to take us from good to becoming great? It's open to anyone.
Question. Answer it. I'll be honest. If you look back, you've been around for about 3 years.
Or 2 years competitive.
Yeah, 2 years competitive, 3 years total. Every year we've taken a massive stride forward. Obviously we're going Gambia on Friday. No one's done it in our area. We're like miles ahead of everyone else in that department. If we continue growing at that exponential rate, I think this time next year we'll be streets ahead. Organisation-wise, like size, we've already got 5 teams. Adding another one next year, I think, at the 7s. That'll take us to 6 squads for a club that's only around for 3 years. Unbelievable. So yeah, I think most important thing is we know we're far ahead. We just need to stay humble, keep working, keep improving every single week. Every small improvement adds up. And this time next year we'll be in a good spot if we continue that. Yeah.
I think for parents to be able to have faith in us as an organisation, just have a look at our accolades anyway. Coach Rudy pulled up the London FA Award, nominated for the FA Awards. Everyone putting in great shifts anyway. Well, 3 days a week. We'll take Sunday as game day. We won't count as a game day gone. But still, there you go. And honestly, like we work hard. We do it for the love. We do it for the kids. And I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm telling you, here, nearly every single one of these coaches probably has proper love for their. I love it really. Has proper love for their team. But I feel like for parents to understand that the way we're going ahead with our training sessions, the squads that are being picked, is always in the benefit for the kids and benefit for organisation, for the benefit for everyone's rep as well at the end of the day. So in total, but in total, honestly, it's like going back to it. Have faith in our organisation. Have faith in our coaching skills and our standards and us coaches as together, and management especially, because it's not for the fun of it. We're not trying to annoy anyone. We're doing it all for the favour of everyone. Yeah.
Coach Rudy, the future for r77 next year. What can parents expect, and what kind of changes can the coaches expect, if any?
Coaches know how I work. I always love to change them up to give them experience in other age groups. The young boys, they've got a bigger benefit than I had when I started my coaching. I only had one team. These guys get to experience so many different ages, so many different personalities. Because every kid is different. Every kid learns different. Every kid plays different. So it's good for them to move around. So I haven't decided just yet who's going where, because first and foremost I want to sort the teams out themselves. I think we're going to be a much bigger, much better organisation. We are working on some big things. Got some investors coming in. You know, even just something like this is going to be so much bigger and so much better. You're going to see a complete overhaul of the team. I think, personally, you know, you could even see a new logo. You don't know. You don't know what I'm capable of doing. You know, this is what happens in pre-season. New sponsors, new everything. You know. Who's that sponsor? Okay. Shout out Pie Republic, because they have given us a massive support this season. You know, and we can't do stuff without sponsors. We can't do stuff without our local community. Yes, we're the guys out on the ground. We take the credit where it's given, but we don't do this for credit. We don't do this for accolades. We do this for kids. They come out, they have fun, they enjoy themselves, they win trophies, they go home with goals, and that's the exact same thing next season that we expect. You know, let's just go out there, let's work hard, let's go to Gambia, let's have some fun with people who need to have fun. You know, we got the luxuries here. We'll go to the places where they ain't got luxuries, and that's r77. It's not just about the people over here. It's about the entire world. It's our game, and it's our job to spread it everywhere. So. Next season, boys, let's do this again. Go.
Ready to go.
More than r77. Everybody remember to subscribe.